Good morning, guys. This is Eunice of Shore Herbal Healing Garden, and I'm just going to do a little quick tour of the garden to show you some of the new things that have been done and how some of the stuff that has been here has actually grown. Right here is the lavender plant. It has not started flowering yet, but you can see how big that it's actually gotten. And I actually put a stick there to try to keep the plant from laying flat and to actually to get it to grow up. This right here is my lemon balm, and these were grown from seeds, but look how big they are now. They're really getting big, and it look like something has been nibbling off of them. I don't know. Here is the new cilantro, and tarragon is supposed to be up in here. I guess this right there is a tarragon, because these are definitely cilantro, because I've grown them before by themselves. So those are the tarragons that's coming up, and it looks like something is coming up over there. Yeah, right there. Okay. So of course, you see how big these aloe veras are. I mean, they're getting huge. I actually need to repot them a third time in a bigger pot, or maybe just put them in the ground or something like that. Rosemary, same thing, huge. I may have to also repot them and put them in a different pot. This is the new basil, and I just grow them from seeds, and this has just been for a couple weeks, and look how big and beautiful these basils are. I love it. I'm gonna let them get taller and everything before I harvest them and everything, but yeah, these are the basils and I love them. Now this is the biggest surprise, and I guess I'm a newbie to gardening, so I had no idea that this was gonna happen. This is squash, and I put it in this little space, and look at this massive area here with squash. And I'm taking you to the bottom and so far, because I do see new growth. I believe I see new squashes coming up. And I also need to pull out some of these leaves that are yellowing. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, you see right here, these are, I guess, baby squashes coming up and everything. Hopefully, oh, they have started flowering. Oh no, maybe it's just the thing turning yellow. But I do see baby squashes coming up in here, so hopefully they make it. Here is the tarragon, not tarragon, but these are the fennels. They are just sprouting up and everything, so hopefully they make it as well. But this is just a mess and a mistake to put these squash in that small space, but I had no idea, because like I said, I'm new to this gardening stuff. And the reason I actually started gardening the second time, because I did try to garden the first time, is because I'm a herbalist and I want that experience and so forth with growing my own gardenings and things like that, or growing my own herbs, you know, to cultivate and to harvest. Okay, this right here, in this section, I'm in the backyard here. This is going to be one of my new gardening sections in the back of the house, and I have a kind of a long space from this tree here all the way down. I'm going to turn that into a garden and all that, and I'm just waiting to decide what I'm going to put in. But I just had to show you guys this massive garden thing, and also to show you the basils and all that stuff, how this new stuff has came up and everything. And this just happened in a couple weeks because I planted the seeds and I went on vacation for a week to Texas. And when I got back, I seen that all the squash had came up. The fennels had not came up. But since then, the squash has continued and continued and continued and continued and continued to this massive bunch of squash right here that I have today. So I would never do that again. Once they come up and I harvest them, I'm going to pull all that up, and I definitely would not be put them back down in this section here. Now, I'm very, very proud of these basils because I did the basils also within that time frame. Actually, I did the basil before I did the squash and everything, and they did come up really, really good. So, I do have another area also, too, that I'm going to use for the vegetable garden. And I done started cleaning this little section out to put some gardens, some vegetables. And this is more like a little shady spot right here. So this would be for plants and so forth that, are low shade and all that. So I'm going to be doing that as well. Putting some seeds here. And the whole garden thing is going to be done with, done by seeds. I'm not buying any plants to put. I'm going to use seeds. I'm going to buy seeds and see how that goes and everything. So that's the whole gist of my gardening experience. The squash is a major thing, but I'm definitely proud of these lemon balms because I definitely need them to come up because these are actually going to be capsule. The other reason I am doing my garden is because, like I said, this is for food and medicine. Best way to say it. This garden is all about food and medicine. So the lemon balm is actually going to be capsules. The cilantro is actually going to be an elixir. I already have an elixir. I already have some cilantro that I've already harvested. And this is the second batch that I have harvested here. And it's going to be for an elixir. And the thyme, not thyme, but lavender is going to be for, tea. And aloe vera is going to be added into my soaps. I do make soaps as well. And for lotions and things like that. So that's a purpose for each of these herbs and all that. Sage, I eat. Basil, be for myself to eat. Squash, my husband wanted to do this thing. I really don't even eat squash. I might eat some squash now that is grown because I know they taste better if you grow them yourself. So I may try it. Fennels, I do eat. So those are a couple things. Like I said, it's going to be for food and medicine. So this is what my garden is all about, is food and medicine. And I'm proud of it. And I got a couple more spaces and so far to actually do more. And I will be doing more, planting more. I just need to decide and find the stuff that I want to plant. I know the last time that I went to Lowe's to get seeds, they did not have the seeds that I wanted because I was going to plant some thymes as well. Now, also too, I did find out something by looking at some of the other gardeners on YouTube and so far, and that you don't plant seeds way down because they won't germinate. And I think with the thymes, the second batch of thymes I did plant, they did not come up at all because I had planted them in here in this thing with lavender, and they never showed up. They never showed up. So, and these lavenders are actually from seeds as well. Pretty much everything here is from seeds except for the aloe vera and the rosemary. Because, again, the aloe vera was given to me. Rosemary I purchased myself, and everything else comes from seeds. So I learned that you do not do that. You do not put the seeds way down and so forth and things like that, because they won't germinate. And I think that's what happened to my thyme. But anyway, I did buy some thyme from Herbal, from Monterey Bay. So they're the other company that I get my herbs from. My herbs are from certified registered sustainable companies like Mountain Rose Herbs, and now I've just started purchasing from Herbal from Monterey Bay in California. So those are the only two places that I get my herbs from, and now I'm actually growing and cultivating them some myself. And I have also started foraging herbs from my backyard. I've learned how to do that as well. I've seen some things that, I can use. And it's actually on my website. Take this right here. This is a wild sorrel and everything. And I already have I've already got some of these. I've already plucked them, but now I can't find any of them. Now that I'm interested in them and so forth, it's like they're hiding from me. But these are the ones that I've seen, and so I'm trying not to mess with those and just let them grow and everything, and hopefully I'll get some more of those and everything. So like I said, I do have some. I've already harvested some when it was plentiful in my yard, but now they're not plentiful in my yard. So and I don't understand. I guess they die off or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm learning to forage to find herbs actually in my yard. And one other thing I wanted to show you before I end this, right here. These right here, these are gotcha colas. That's not the name for it, but they also are the same as gotcha cola. And these were so plentiful in the yard before, but now again I've only seen just these few that's left. So I don't know if they'll come back or what, but anyway, I've got some gotcha colas already harvested and already in capsules. So, but like I said, I was walking around stepping on these. They were so plentiful in the yard, but now you don't see them. You could just look down and just see all those. And that's not the original name for it. That's not the name to give it, but that is what it is. Through my research, that's what I found out. They are actually gotcha colas, and which I already have and all that. So that's it, and thanks for watching.